So the AVA issue prompt is the bombardment of visual images in contemporary society. Contemporary means current, modern. Contemporary also means two people who lived at the same time. Shivaji and Aurangzeb were contemporaries. They lived at the same time. The bombardment of visual images in contemporary society has the effect of making people less able to focus clearly and extensively on a single issue over a long period of time. This looks like the speaker is trying to find a scapegoat and help people rationalize their inability to focus. Now I said scapegoat. Who's a scapegoat? What is a scapegoat? Who's a scapegoat? A scapegoat, a fall guy. The fall guy means balika bakra, somebody who is blamed. Scapegoat means someone whom you blame. Originally, this was a stupid religious practice which is still going on. They believed that if you commit all the sins, if you commit sins, and if a priest can help transfer your sins to the goat, and then the goat is sacrificed, you have expiated somehow. You have now cleansed yourself of the sins. Have you heard what I just said? A person has committed some sins and he is feeling very guilty. Papam. Chala papal chesadu. So the priest will tell him, now we'll transfer all your papam sins to the goat. And then we'll cut the goat. So you have been washed of your sins. This nonsense is still going on in our societies. Well, I don't want to name the religions. It is left to you to understand. Right? That is how the word, I just explained the origin of the word scapegoat. Balika bakra. Something goes wrong. Usually immature people are always eager to find someone to blame. That's immaturity. Blaming others for your problems. This seems to be the case with many people who are basically losers. All losers do this. They will never accept that it's their mistake and that's how they should do something better to improve. Instead of that, they'll blame. Now look at the sentence. The speaker is actually trying to help people rationalize their inability. Rationalize means to provide an explanation. Rational means logical, but rationalize means samarthinchukodam. Rationalize means to come up with an explanation for something that is unreasonable. నువ్వు చేసింది దొంగ పని కానీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నావు అందరూ చేస్తున్నారు నన్ను ఎందుకు అంటున్నావు. That's called rationalization. The word rationalization is a negative word. But rational is a positive word. A rational argument means something that makes sense. All A's are B and all B's are C, therefore all A's must be C. That's a rational argument. Rational, rationality, ratiocination, ratiocinative ability, rationality, all these are positive. But rationalize, that's negative. Remember, rationalize means trying to provide some reasoning for something which is actually untenable. Untenable means cannot be defended. That means somebody is doing something stupid and now coming up with an explanation to convince us that it's not stupid. And I think that is even more stupid. You understand? Now the topic is also, the speaker says, the bombardment of visual images. People are getting bombarded by visual images, and as a result of it, they are not able to focus on a single issue for a prolonged period of time. If you are not able to focus on something, I think the reason is you don't have any clear goal in your life. You are like a dry leaf. A dry leaf, if there is a slight wind, it will go. If the wind moves in a different direction, the leaf will start floating in a different direction. Such people can be called drifters, like dry leaves. But suppose you are a person, you have a clear goal in life. You want to achieve something. By the time you are 35, you want to be a millionaire. All of us can be. Especially your generation is very lucky because you are born at the right time in history. Our generation was unlucky. We didn't have as many opportunities as you have. There were no multinational corporations in my time, except East India Company, which looted our country. So, Now today you have multinational corporations. If you are really smart, you can become the CEO of a company in the next few years. Still be 30 and be a CEO. Yeah, that's possible. You have Android phones, you have so much technology at your disposal, so many companies, so many jobs. You can get a great job, a sinecure. What is a sinecure? A sinecure, S-I-N-E-C-U-R-E, a cushy job. Cushy job means, a sinecure means a job which pays you a very handsome salary, but you don't have to work much. Well, work much does not mean, like for example, Satya Nadella is there. You take the CEOs of any MNC. Sundar Pichai is there. So many CEOs. Their salaries are outrageously obscene. 1,000, I don't know, monthly 100 crores. So many millions of dollars monthly salary. How are they going to spend it? And why are they getting paid so much? After all, what do they do? Think, plan, strategy. They don't do manual work. They are not menials. Menial, M-E-N-I-A-L. Menial means a servant. Menial is a noun which means a servant. Menial is an adjective which means the work done by any servant. Now these CEOs don't do any menial work, but then they do a lot of brain work. Even that is strenuous. To be able to do that kind of work, you should have read a lot, you should have really used your brains, you should be very knowledgeable, you should be very smart, you should have communication abilities, leadership abilities, and I think that takes a lot of effort. And what are we doing? Your generation especially. Don't feel bad that I'm pulling you down. But most of your generation, they're busy listening to music, being very complacent, taking life easy, because your parents are bankrolling your expenses. Bankroll means to pay money. B-A-N-K-R-O-L-L. To bankroll ante paise de rahe. Aap ऐश karo. So this is a serious problem. Now, if you are not able to focus on something, I think the real reason is you don't have a goal. I have a goal. That's why I don't have any unnecessary friendships. I don't waste my time on any activity that does not contribute to my goal. But I see young people are busy attending parties, birthday party, somebody is getting married, they go this place, that place, watch movies, say hello, hi, exchange gifts, give gifts. Wasting all your time on stupid activities which are leading nowhere. Watching all kinds of silly movies. And these movies are being made by idiots, basically meant for idiots. Dumbing down of the total population. Now people are busy watching these movies and discussing about movies. Are these really going to make any contribution to your career, to your life goals? No. People cannot concentrate because they don't have clear goals in life. That is what I'll be writing. And this is a convenient excuse that this is the reason why I'm not able to concentrate. Now what is that? Suppose you are driving on the road. There are so many hoardings. Your job when you're driving is to go from point A to point B. But if you keep looking at all the hoardings, you will bang into someone. Instead of going to your destination, you will go to the hospital. So, if you are getting distracted, who is to be blamed? The hoardings or you yourself? You yourself. You're driving because you want to go from point A to point B. Make sure that you go to point B. Don't land up in point X, which is Yashoda Hospital. Now, suppose you're working on the computer. You're working on the net. You want to do your project work. You want to prepare for GRA. Then suddenly some pop-up comes. Somebody says, hello, I want to exchange pictures with you. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. You're busy sending messages. Even sitting in the classroom, I see students are busy texting. Why? Is it going to make a difference to your GRE score? No. Then why the hell are you doing it? Because you seem to be getting some pleasure out of it. And again, it comes back to the point, you don't have a goal in life. Now, there are so many people, I don't get distracted by that because I have a goal in life. Now, you are sitting on the internet to do your project work. You start with a good intention, but you get distracted. and hours are spent surfing mindlessly. There's a word for that, wilfing. W-I-L-F-I-N-G. Wilfing means willful surfing. Now, willful, W-I-L-L-F-U-L. This word can also be pronounced W-I-L-F-U-L. Willful sounds like a positive word. Willful is a negative word. Willful means stubbornly insisting on doing what one wants to do, irrespective of the consequences and the feelings of others. That means, Meri marze, na ishtam, na life, nenu itlane chesta, nuvu evadra naaku cheppaniki. Adiki em cheppali, po, edchuko, nee ishtam, nee karma, chavu. That's willful. Have you understood willful? Willful sounds like a positive word, it's a negative word. It basically means disobedient, heedless. H-E-E-D-L-E-S-S. Heedless ante not following good advice. Heed ante following. Heedless ante careless. మాట విండో, మంచిగా చెప్తే విండో. So willful, అటువంటి surfing, wilfing, that's a combination word, portmanteau word. So this one example. You can take TV channels, 200 channels. People don't watch any channel properly. And therefore the anchor has to repeatedly say, don't go away. Very often you see the anchor saying, don't go away, we are going to come back. Before he completes the sentence, you are already in a second channel, some other channel. Movies. There's so many theaters. Every day, so many movies are being released. People are busy watching. Video games. So many video games. I don't know, PUBG. And somebody is committing suicide also because the parents told the fellow not to play the game. The other day I read an article like that. So these are all happening. Right? You're getting distracted because yes, you are being bombarded by visual images. And do you want to blame them for it? Or do you want to blame yourself for it? I think you should blame yourself for it. I'll write an essay like this. I'll make small paragraphs and that's it. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Ram.